The Elimination Chamber. Next stop on the road to WrestleMania after Royal Rumble. Now, the Elimination Chamber, you guys probably already know, it's been around since 2002. It's become a staple part of pay-per-view events in the WWE. And, you know, you guys probably remember this. We used to play the Elimination Chamber back in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, the SVR games, and now the 2K games that we play them in. So today we're just going to talk about the 2014 Elimination Chamber. The whole show was just okay. It had some cool talent, but I feel like for me personally, I was just there to see the Shield versus the Wyatts and the Elimination Chamber actual match. So the first match was Shield versus the Wyatt family. This match was so amazing because the story was simple. Who's the greatest team of the WWE? Who is the one who dominated the WWE? Both dominant teams in the WWE. You had one who was basically holding it down since their debut, which was 2012, The Shield. And then you had the other who had their debut of 2013, which was the Wyatt family. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. They dominated everybody from the moment they stepped foot into the ring. And they didn't even have their first loss until like 7 months, I believe it was, into their WWE career. That's pretty amazing that they went undefeated for 7 months. Luke Harper, rest in peace, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt. Two mega teams that were going to go head-to-head and one match that you could not miss, and that was going to be at the Elimination Chamber. The match starts, you have the Shield coming out to a pretty big pop. Everybody was excited. I miss those days, guys, like when we would actually hear the Shield's theme and the Shield would come out from the crowds. That was definitely one of the coolest things about the Shield. And then they would come out and they would just look so cool. And tonight they were out looking like absolute beasts because they were about to take on the Wyatt family. So then the lights go out and then the Wyatt family comes out. And I swear, guys, back in the day, this was one of the coolest things to see because it's almost like Undertaker's entrance when the Undertaker would come out. The whole place would get dark and everybody would just be so excited to see like Undertaker making his entrance, taking a 40-minute entrance to the ring at WrestleMania. The lights come back on, obviously. And these two have a stare down of who's going to make the first move. And boom, Dean Ambrose goes. And then Dean Ambrose is taking on the Wyatt family. And now everybody's going at each other. These were flying everywhere in this match. People were getting thrown through tables. And it was just amazing to see how this match was just simply when you had two of the biggest teams at the time of 2014 going at it. Too bad we never got to see the Wyatt family versus Evolution. We got to see Shield versus Evolution, but we never saw Wyatt family versus Evolution. That would have been amazing to see. There was a point even when Roman Reigns was in the middle of the ring by himself, and then the whole entire Wyatt family swarmed around, and they pretty much did what the Shield used to do, and whenever somebody was defenseless, the Shield would get in all three corners of the ring, and they would just look at who was ever in the ring, and then they would all attack, and just basically it was a 3-on-1. Now that's what's going on with this situation. The Wyatt family is all in the ring, ready to attack Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins is on the ground. Dean Ambrose is nowhere to be found. Then they just go at it, and Roman's trying to defend him off, but the Wyatt family destroyed Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns was not showing any signs of giving up. Bray Wyatt was gonna hit him with his finisher, and then Roman Reigns blocks it, reverses it, hits him with the Superman punch, and then is about to hit him with the spear, and then Bray Wyatt hit Roman Reigns with his finisher, and then Bray Wyatt got the last laugh. So it was kind of sad to see the Shield lose, I'm not gonna lie. So the Wyatt family won against the Shield. And this wasn't going to be the last of them. Now we enter the actual Elimination Chamber match. And we had 6 guys. John Cena, Cesaro, Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Christian. And so this match was definitely one of the more underrated chamber matches, because during this match, we had 6 names that were pretty big at the time. Obviously, Cesaro was upcoming. Daniel Bryan was the biggest fan favorite there because everybody loved Daniel Bryan. This was during the time the WWE Universe felt like Daniel Bryan deserved to have his push to becoming the next big guy. But again, I'm going to get into that on a different video. So the match starts with Sheamus and Cesaro, and these two are just beating the hell out of each other. And obviously, as the chamber rules apply, every 5 minutes a new entrant will enter. And Daniel Bryan comes out, and he's looking like a big star. He's going after Sheamus, and he's going after Cesaro, and his arm was injured. Christian comes out, and Christian starts doing some damage on some people. Sheamus was looking like a big star. Daniel Bryan was going crazy. Cesaro was swinging around people. And then John Cena comes out, and obviously John Cena, as you guys already know, I'm a little biased to John Cena because of the video I made of how I think he's the greatest of all time. But anyway, John Cena comes out. He's looking like a big star, and then he gets clapped by a few people. The next minute later, Randy Orton comes out, and everybody's down in the ring. Randy Orton comes in, starting to attack people. And it got to this point where it was so bad that Sheamus and Randy Orton were straight looking at each other, and Sheamus chased Randy Orton into his pod. Randy Orton locks himself back in his own pod. Boom! Bro kick! Sheamus hit the biggest bro kick on Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was pretty much out cold. He couldn't really move. Then Daniel Bryan tries to start attacking Sheamus, but then Sheamus gets knocked on the ground, and Christian, out of nowhere, flies out off one of the chambers, and MVP goes to Christian. Somehow, he was able to get Sheamus out of the match, and not only that, but he was still surviving somehow. And Christian gets the first elimination. John Cena gives a big AA to Cesaro on one of the glass pods that was broken from when Sheamus bro-kicked Randy Orton. John Cena puts Cesaro in the STF. He basically made Cesaro tap out because Cesaro could not do anything. There were no rope breaks. There was nothing that Cesaro could do. So Cesaro's out, so now it's just a triple threat match of, okay, who's all going to WrestleMania? Is it John Cena, Randy Orton, or Daniel Bryan? Well, remember how I said to you guys back in the beginning of the video with the Wyatts that wasn't going to be the last time we were going to see them? Well, they came back. And the lights went out for a whole minute, and everybody was wondering where they were. And then they come out of nowhere. They're in the chamber match. They attack Daniel Bryan, and then they attack John Cena, and then Randy Orton gets the pin on John Cena. This is the second time that the Wyatt family interfered, because they interfered in the 2014 match with John Cena, and then they interfere in the Elimination Chamber match with John Cena. So it definitely seemed like the Wyatt family had a problem with John Cena. Then Kane comes out. He tries to restore order to the match, saying to the Wyatts for them to get out. Then Kane walks into the chamber to check on John Cena, make sure he's okay. And then Daniel Bryan comes out of nowhere, and he attacked Kane. And so now it was just the match between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. And everybody was believing in Daniel Bryan. It seemed like Daniel Bryan was going to win this match because Daniel Bryan had a lot of momentum going into this match. He just had one arm, but the WWE Universe was by his side this whole entire time. Like I said, this was Daniel Bryan's time to shine in terms of him becoming a big star. So Daniel Bryan hits Randy Orton with the running knee. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. Kane interrupts the match. And because of the distraction, Randy Orton picks up the win. Yeah, I know a lot of people were not happy with that. Yeah, that's pretty much 2 matches that I consider amazing that make the Elimination Chamber 2014 really cool. 2014 was that time of WWE where we still had guys like John Cena, Randy Orton, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and Batista even. We were getting new faces that were up and coming. It seemed like WWE was trying to push them in a good way. These 2 matches were just so cool because we got to see the Shield and the Wyatt family have their feud, and then we got to see the 6-man Elimination Chamber match. So that's all I really have to say for this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. And let me know what you guys thought of the 2014 Elimination Chamber. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Make sure to comment down below. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace!